Hi guys, Rob from Athletic Evolution here. I just want to have a little discussion around high performance. So it seems like kind of the world over at this point in time, we're kind of obsessed with the term high performance, and we use it to describe facilities, programs, equipment, technology, blah, blah, blah. In reality, none of those things potentially are what cause a high performance program. So I've seen plenty of high performance programs where they didn't have a great level of technology, didn't have a fantastic level of equipment or facility. It wasn't those things that created high performance programs. It's actually the coaching, it's the work ethic, it's the application that creates that. So what I wanted to talk about was a couple of real simple and free things you can do to create a high performance program in whatever you're doing, whether it is a PE lesson, whether it is your amateur club's S&C, whether it's S&C at a pro academy, etc. So some real simple things you can do to create a high performance program, or to foster it rather. So the first one for me is training journals. So it's really important to record what we're doing from a training perspective. So the reason for that is one of the key principles of strength and conditioning is progressive overload. If we don't know what you did last week and the week before, how can we progressively overload and create stimulus, create adaptation? We can't. The number of times I've been in sessions with kids who don't have a training diary and they're like, oh, what did I bench press last week? Or what did I squat last week? That's undermining the whole training process. So it's a key thing. It can be electronic, it can be online, it can be pen and paper, it can be a resource you produce, but a training journal is key because it inherently suggests that we should be making progress week on week on week. That's a key one. Secondly, be intentional about your training groups. So don't just have groups training en masse or people training at random. Be specific about how you structure your training groups. So either pairing people who are maybe a similar ability to try and challenge each other, or it might be people who have similar work-ons from maybe a mobility perspective or specific exercises they're working on, or maybe it's just pairing people personality-wise who work well together. So don't just leave the organization of your training groups, your partners at random. Create intentionality around the training groups that you're pairing people together or grouping people together to create progress and that culture of work ethic. So then the last one that I want to talk about is the organization of your facility. So a lot of the times you won't have exclusive access to a facility. If you do, you're probably lucky. But maybe you're in a school gym, maybe you're in a public facility that you have limited access to. What you can do to create urgency and create intentionality around your training session is to take 5 or 10 minutes before to organize the training facility to suit your session. And I saw this really well when I went and visited Steve Kernan at Hibbs in the academy there. He spent a good 5 or 10 minutes before the boys even came in to set up the racks at the right height, to put the right weights out, the right bars out. So there was no time delay. There was no lost training time. And what that does is create a sense of once we're warmed up, we're ready to go. We've got purpose around the session. We know what we're doing. We're organized. We're ready to go. It's a slick machine. So real simple. You want to create a high performance program. Use these 3 free things. Create a training diary or get guys to just buy a notepad to record what they're doing. Secondly, intentionally set your training groups to create that ethic, that culture of working together, producing a good motivational climate. Thirdly, take the time to organize the facility to facilitate the session that you are putting on. So those 3 things, pretty simple, no real brain surgery required there. Simple, economical, easy to implement. Go away, give it a try and see if that improves your sessions. Cheers, see you next time.